try and test words first.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying. I've got this voice, and I'm trying to think of what else would be good, because I'm voicing that for Hanamaru.
Okay, well, I'm live now, so...
One more time, what's the name of my character?
So-
Mito.
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 Okay, cool. We're live, by the way.
Yes, we are. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Storytime with Scrappy and Friends. My name is ScrappyFan92, and we are back with a special event.
Yeah.
Yeah, I dragged Tanner in for one more time before his sabbatical because, well, I had a one-shot ready.
It's weird. I was sedated for like 3 days before we did this reading.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, no, you were the one who did it to me. How do you not remember this? My God, you've committed so many atrocities that you just forget.
I've ruined the lives of so many. I can't.
I can't
ruined the lives
be-
of so many. I can't be expected to remember them all.
With such a big head,
You-
what's a tiny brain, or whatever he
You
says.
killed my father. Do you have any idea how little that narrows it down?
That scene.
Very. Also, hi, I'm here again.
Yes,
It's
we
been a while
have.
since Xavier's been here.
Yeah, Savior, Harry, Tanner, and Joey are all here with me.
It's the all-star cast. Woo!
The game, yeah, the all-star, Little League, or rather, like, I don't know, sex offender league. We're the
What?
people who aren't allowed to go to a Little League game.
Think for yourself, mother hugger.
Oh my god.
So, yeah.
Oh, by the
Awesome.
way, I'm sober today.
Oh, that explains so much. You were drunk last time.
I was
Also-
not drunk, I had one beer.
Oh, nice. I'm going sober
Oh,
soon.
so one's all it takes. Got it.
Yeah, exactly.
What was I gonna say? So,
Hey, how
yeah.
aware of you are of your dog right now, Joey?
My dog is a cat.
Oh my God, that is just next level galaxy brain awareness of your pets. I'm sorry, Scrappy. We can stop being like a fucking terrible improv troupe and let you talk.
So, yeah, us eclectic group of people have gathered at my leisure to just engage with a beloved cast of characters. I was able to write over the last 18 days a short one-shot.
God, I wish that were me.
Yes, you all remember when we read Till We Make Our Ascent? That
Yeah.
lovable story about Love Live School Idol Project featuring just a lovely group of young women.
Yeah.
This story doesn't involve any of those characters, because this
Yeah,
is a sequel.
Yeah.
No.
This is our first figure reading of the
It involves
sequel
one of
series.
them, which... Scrappy, did you involve that character just because you wanted to hear me play her again?
Maybe. Yeah, we are reading a story based off of Love Live Sunshine, which is the follow-up series to the original anime. It's in continuity, but you know it's largely a distant, mostly standalone sequel.
Yeah.
To provide a very brief summary, it's about a girl named Chica who is also a plucky young woman who's trying to save her school from getting closed down. Inspired by Muse, she forms her own idol group and just gathers her friends. Yo, who is into boats, Rico, the pianist of the group, and the closest thing to a straight woman that her
Alright.
subunit has. Let's see who else. Hanamaru, a bookish type who lives with her grandparents at a temple, I believe. She's not really tech savvy, so I guess she's the closest to my heart. And Yoshiko, a very occult-loving girl. She fancies herself as the alter ego Yohane, the fallen angel. No, this is not. I'm not exaggerating at all with this.
Bitch got like...
Yeah, she's
Bitch is
the
Moon Knight.
she's the weird one of the group.
She wears a cape often, so...
Bitch is Moon Knight!
Anyway,
I
and
don't like
finally, we have Ruby, the youngest of the group, and the sister of one of the original founding members of Aqua. That's the name of their group, by the way.
Yeah.
She's the baby of the bunch. She likes candy. This story is set after the events of the 2 seasons of Sunshine and its movie, so yeah, spoiler alert for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't
They-
gonna watch it until I was forced against my will.
Oh, you too?
Oh, nice. God, Scrappy, how many people have you been kidnapping and torturing?
Oh no, I would be the one forced against their will to watch something in this case.
Oh, nice. So,
Um,
who's doing that? You know, who kidnaps the kidnappers, really?
Harry.
Take a wild guess.
Yeah.
Like who out
Oh
of
my
us is the
God.
one who's into this
Well, it's
series?
always the quiet ones.
Very much. Yeah, Sunshine holds the first 2 Love Live series hold a special place in my heart and my nightmares. Yes, I've clearly fallen in love with these characters, and I've had the idea to write a story with Yoshiko and the others for a while now.
I like that your version of that was an anime. Mine is an animated sitcom that nobody watches anymore.
I mean, your inspiration is your inspiration. There's no shame in that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, it could be Stargate.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, I've had this story kind of bouncing around my brains for a while. It's just
Yeah.
I can also attest to that because I've been in calls with Scrappy before where a fic about like this general idea was brought up every now and then. So
yeah, I'm just happy that I wanted to get it done before before Halloween, but that obviously didn't happen.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, it's not your fault. I just failed to write it in time.
Oh, God, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
sometimes I like to live in time where I get right the 2 Teespring cracks.
yeah. Also, can you turn your mic up a bit, Joey?
Yeah.
Uh,
You sound muffled as hell, my dude.
So yeah, it's a story premise I've had in my head just probably for goodness gracious, how long? Probably close to a year now. It's
I know 80 of those, man. I get you.
is it better, guys?
yes, you
Wait.
sound clearer, Joey.
Neat.
Like, yeah, it's just nice to get something out of your system.
Mhm.
Like I wrote this in 18 days. It'll probably show, but I'm happy that it's done.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing how you wrote these characters.
Yeah, we all hold Ottermelon dearly, but this story is not till we make our ascent
No, well,
in both
Oh,
cast
no.
and tone.
that would be kind of hard to like.
Well, no, I mean,
Yeah,
I wasn't expecting. That's generally just not the tone of stuff you write.
no, that's fine.
Oh yeah. Like it's an epilogue story, but it's still pretty. It's not like a 5 years. It's not a college story. This is just the cast kind of reacclimating themselves after the events of the movie.
Hmm,
Oh,
so is
nice.
it like not a huge time gap then?
No.
Okay.
Like let me just provide the summary of the story, just to key everyone into what they're in for.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. Well, actually, I guess I should provide the title of the story we're reading first and foremost.
Scrappy.
Pardon?
Yes.
Right. I said Scrappy synopsis time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. There's so many books sitting on my shelf right now that I keep meaning to read.
Story of my life.
Yeah. I've got I mean, I'm already in the middle of Dune, and I love Dune. Yeah, I'm a normie. I didn't read it until there was buzz when the movie was coming out. I like a lot of it so far.
Mm.
And I-
I'm that. Okay, well, my story focuses on Yoshiko Tsushima. Because she's just got such a broad personality. After a string of bad luck, Yoshiko gets more than she bargained for when an apparition comes knocking, set after Season 2 and Over the Rainbow. That's the name of the movie.
Okay.
Yes,
I was... Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, Yoshiko gets a visit from the supernatural in this story. It's...
Yeah, I did not know it was gonna go in that direction. I'll be honest.
Yeah, well, get ready for some oddities. The title of this little adventure is called Love Live Sunshine. Idle Hands or the Devil's Workshop.
Hey.
Let us begin.
Okay.
I apologize in advance to all my viewers for bad girl voices, butchery of the Spanish language, and butchery of Gaelic.
Nice!
I'm so sorry to my
This is Love Live Sunshine, Idle Hands or the Devil's Workshop. Greetings, my little demons, and welcome to the domain of Yohane! Yoshiko Tsushima said with a flourish as fake lightning flashed in her darkened room and a synth pipe organ soundtrack played in the background. She stepped around her film studio / bedroom, her cape billowing behind her. Her camerawoman smirked wryly.
She's really getting into character today.
Hanamaru thought. Yohane turned back to the camera and chuckled to herself. Today's soiree with the shadows of humanity will be something truly horrifying. Ghostly unboxing videos, with goodies provided to us by our lovely sponsors at Moonrise Studios. She pulled out a box from a bucket emitting purple dry ice vapor with all the pomp and circumstance that entailed. From the depths of Hades comes a sealed box of evil spirits.
One could call him the ghost of Tsushima.
Hanamaru muttered under her breath. Yoshiko caught the offhand comment and raised her pointer finger to silence her friend. Viewers of Yohane, step back from your screens. I will begin to draw out the spirit and exercise the goodies within. A través del japonés mal traducido, criatura sin sangre, vete! Yoshiko kept her eyes closed, waiting patiently for something to happen. Then a little less patiently, not that the box cared. Come on, ghost, become unboxed! Yoshiko whined. She began to panic and turned her gaze to an uncharacteristically guilty-looking Hanamaru. She knew it from the look in her eyes. Hanamaru had forgotten to set up the timed prop to move the box. Well, nothing to worry about, folks. Yoshiko spluttered nervously. Boxes are so passé. Why expel an old ghost when my hungry audience can see me summon a new ghost? Hanamaru mentally face-palmed. She was really going to try it again.
You haven't practiced enough, Yoshiko.
It's Yohane! Please do not be dissuaded by the concerns of my acolyte, folks. I possess the power to summon the dead. Yoshiko cleared the bucket from her set and began finger-tutting over the floor just as the background music switched to a more ominous tune. Spirits of the netherworld, as I, the great Yohane, descended to fracture the mortal's peace, you shall ascend to do the same. Hiya! Yoshiko raised her hands to the sky right as the music peaked and finally faded into the next track. Silence otherwise. You shall ascend to do the same! Silence part 2, the quieting. You shall ascend! Oh, come on, please ascend! Yoshiko's authoritative voice dropped, and she began snapping her fingers to make the spirits arrive, to no avail. She then scowled and dropped her head to the floor to scream at her absent guests. Do you realize that we are doing a show, and there are certain expectations for cast members? She yelled, punctuating her plea/threat with punches to the floor. Hanamaru took it upon herself to intervene before things went further off the rails, and stepped in front of the camera.
I'm Yohane's acolyte, Zura, and I'm afraid we need to cease broadcasting to all you lucky mortals.
We will do no such thing. The show must go on. Without warning, Yoshiko's door swung open and her mother poked her disapproving face in. Is the noise necessary, young lady? The light from the hallway peered like a holy beam of judgment directly into Yoshiko's face, triggering a hiss from her as she futilely tried to shield her eyes with her cape. Blinded, she tripped over the bucket of dry ice and landed with a thud. The box was knocked open by the calamity and spilled its contents to reveal a pair of Bonjour puppy earphones.
I'm having another lozenge. This is actually great. I'm method acting here, because the point is that it's going wrong. That's right, everyone. Hanamaru, has a cough. That's canon.
We'll be right back after these messages.
No, I have it right here. I have it in my mouth right now. Great things to clip out of context on a stream, by the way. Great sentences.
Yoshiko buried her grief into a bacon cheeseburger with extra fried sesame seeds at Yappy's Fantastic 92nd. It was a newly opened nautical-themed restaurant that Yo had gotten the other members of Aqua hooked on some weeks ago. At first, it served as a hangout spot for the now smaller unit of 6. Now it was a place to commiserate over a spectacularly spectral failure. Yoshiko was loath to admit it, but she felt awful. Her videos had been stalling for weeks, and her motivation was waning in light of Aqua's downsizing. She made it clear to Chica that she had no intention of leaving, but something was lost. She didn't know if it was a third year's departure, or just fatigue finally taking its toll on her, but her personal work and her focus on school idling were utterly shot. Hanamaru sat on the opposite end of the booth at Yappy's, snatching a few onion rings from her despondent friend's pile.
Well, my uncle learned how to work the Wi-Fi in his house. He wants to watch all our videos.
Mm-hmm.
And my other uncle finally got rid of the lactose intolerant cow at his ranch. God forbid a cow not be able to drink its own bodily fluids, am I right? But he can't get the ranch away from the cow's salad.
Mm-hmm.
And I want you to marry my left shoe.
Mm-hmm.
You're not even listening to me, are you?
Mm-hmm.
Call me when you're done feeling sorry for yourself.
And Hanamaru turned her attention to her thawing milkshake as Yoshiko sank further into despair. I have not lost my edge. My knowledge is just too avant-garde for everyone else. Oh, who am I kidding? I'm a phony weirdo who can't even do a proper seance. If I could just get a ghost, I'd have something to offer other than being the cutest member of Aqua. Hanamaru looked up from the milkshake she was guzzling to raise an eyebrow at her compatriot.
Cutest member?
Well, who else would it be?
Ruby?
Yeah, you're right. Yoshiko fell silent again, but her own words rang in her head. Get a ghost. Yoshiko paid for their meal, then parted ways with Hanamaru to head home. She strolled glumly down the sidewalk, the oncoming traffic sending her cape fluttering against her back. She must have looked silly, she thought. A delivery truck drove past her and hit a speed bump, opening its storage door ever so slightly and causing a single piece of cargo to slip out onto the pavement. The truck turned a corner without any passenger even stopping to look for fallen goods. Hey, you left something behind! My phone went off, I'm sorry.
Yep, I heard that.
It's silenced now.
It's part of the show. Keep rolling.
Yeah, exactly. The truck driver got distracted by a text, and
He was texting and driving.
yeah, and then he promptly crashed his car, and that's why he's the apparition in this story.
He isekai'd himself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hey, you left something behind!
masturbatory isekai.
Yoshiko crossed the street to retrieve the item. The fall and subsequent tumble had torn off a piece of the paper packaging, revealing a corner of a book. Yoshiko picked up the book and felt her sixth sense flare up. She quickly hurried back to the sidewalk and looked to see if anyone was around. Seeing that there were no pedestrians and no other oncoming cars, she ripped the parcel paper to reveal the book's cover. Occult Classics. How to Commune with the Dead. How to Commune with the Dead Before You're Dead. There was no author listed. This can't possibly
play J-Rest.
This can't possibly be for
Public domain.
This can't possibly be for real. Yoshiko's pondering was short-lived as her phone buzzed with an incoming text message. 3:12 p.m. from Little Demon Lily, aka Rico.
Hey, Yohane, where are you? Family and I are heading out soon. We need you to watch Prelude for us for 2 hours instead of 1.
She'd forgotten that she'd promised Rico that she'd watch her dog
Who the
while her
fuck
family...
names their dog Prelude?
A musician. That she'd watch her dog while she and her family went out to treat Rico for all her progress in overcoming her stage fright. Their house would be free of interruptions for 2 whole hours, more than enough time for Yoshiko to verify if this book was actually capable of letting people talk to ghosts. Just one little spell can't hurt. 4:39 p.m. At the Sakurauchi's apartment, Yoshiko was absolutely giddy with glee, geared up to gallantly greet gaggles of ghouls, ghosts, and gobbledygook. Alliteration amuses any and all able-minded apparition appreciators, apparently, Yoshiko said, reading the book's foreword. Prelude sat in the middle of the living room, panting heavily. Yoshiko flashed a smile at her, and Prelude walked to the kitchen to eat a couple of dog treats Yoshiko had left on the floor. Yoshiko returned to Occult Classics and paged through a couple of the chapters until she reached the section on ghost summoning. To properly summon a ghost, thou must announce thy presence with full mage title, blow a Peruvian shepherd whistle, and invoke the name of a specific ghost. Seems easy enough. If thou does not know any ghosts by name, utter the first moniker that comes to mind. Yoshiko straightened her posture and cleared her throat to begin the summoning. I, the great Yohane of the East, call forth... Wait, hold on. Yoshiko blew the whistle that she had paid a non-modest fee for at a local shop. I call forth the dark ghost, ranch milk, to take corporeal form and commune with the feeble mortals of this plane. Yoshiko scanned the room's layout to see if anything had changed. Perhaps an item out of place that was now inhabited by the spirit of some ghastly demon. Nothing outside of Prelude having waltzed back in after chowing down. Yoshiko sighed and slumped into a chair. She really was a failure. She checked her watch. 4:42 p.m. If nothing...
You guys like that sound? I'm sorry. I hope that rustling isn't in your mic. Unless it is.
Right, I'm not at work. You don't need to do your machine.
Alright.
What was that?
That was rustling of my bag of cough drops.
Sounds like bullets.
Yeah, I mean...
No, honestly, it sounds like the ice machine at work.
Everybody, we gotta cancel this episode real quick! Oh my god, he has an axe too!
She really was a failure. She checked her watch. 4:42 p.m. Nothing else, she could mope about for roughly another hour before Rico's family came back home.
Yoshiko, we're back early!
Yoshiko stiffened and nearly hurt her neck from the whiplash. Rico had come through the door, holding bags of food. Oh, you're back already! Yoshiko stuttered out as she tried to hide the book underneath the sofa.
Yeah, the seafood made my mom a little woozy, so we just left. The servers were so nice. They offered us a ton of coupons if we ever decided to come back. What have you been up to?
Stuff?
Well, I hope Prelude wasn't too much trouble for you.
Rico said as she called Prelude over to her.
Were you a good girl today? Speak, Prelude!
Feed me, human.
Nice.
So anyway, I learned how to converse with ghosts from this book I found on the street, and after a false alarm, I may have projected a vengeful spirit into Rico's dog. You're welcome.
Hey!
Chica demanded. Rico, after she had stopped screaming, called for an emergency meeting of all Aqua members at Chica's family inn for the following day. Everyone gathered at the lobby of the Takami Inn at 3 p.m., Ruby accepted. Mutsu was also present for the day visiting and was dragged into the group discussion whether she wanted to be there or not. I did it because I wanted to feel important! Yoshiko pouted. I didn't think the evil spirits would actually drag Prelude into this.
Why wouldn't they? They're evil spirits! Zura!
Hanamaru exclaimed.
Is this the OC character or no?
Yes.
Okay. I prefer to consider myself a spirit of peculiar ethical leanings.
The ghost of Ranch Milk said, speaking through Prelude. Everyone nearby took a step back.
That's unholy.
Mito leaned over her desk to say,
Holy unholy!
Yo,
you guys like what I did there? Okay.
It'll make a great gimmick. It'll make a great gimmick for a group, though. Yoshiko added. Chico rubbed her temples and sighed.
Yoshiko, we love you. You gotta think these things through more. We just got Rico over her dog phobia, and now you've got an actual poltergeist inhabiting poor Prelude!
Poor Prelude should be the least of your concerns, mortal.
Ah, jeez! And my voice is going out.
I know, I've been like, I feel like my deliveries have been very... Yeah.
I've been stop and go. Ah, jeez. I really messed up, didn't I? Well, we can still turn a 0 into a 1 with this. Yoshiko, sweetie, Mutsu began. This isn't a 0. This is a -47. I don't think we can paper over this. Yoshiko sighed and felt her cheeks go red from shame. She couldn't try to make a marketing opportunity over one of her friend's family members going rogue, and she was ashamed of herself for even thinking it. Personal pride be darned. All right, I'll look up a chapter on you-know-what.
You mean Exorcist? Oh!
Hanamaru's mouth was clamped shut by Mito before she could finish. Yeah, dog treats.
Humor these peons with your pathetic parlor tricks, Yohane of the East, but you will never rid this mortal plane of me.
We'll see. Chica, get the salt. We're doing this now.
Oh. You're not doing an exorcism in our life.
You're darn right!
Chica concurred.
You can do it in Chica.
Alright, I guess I'll go fuck myself.
With Chica's approval, Yoshiko and her party of unwilling acolytes moved to Chica's bedroom to get the exorcism process started. That is a sentence.
Yep.
Chica and Yo shook salt around the floor to make a circle, while Hanamaru and Mutsu covered the windows to provide a cloak of darkness. Riko sat on Chica's bed, stroking the possessed prelude gently.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I still love you, Prelude. Even if you howl at traffic.
That's Savior's line.
Savior, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Crap.
Riko sat on Chica's bed.
Okay, there we go. I still love you, Prelude, even if you howl at traffic at 4 in the morning now.
According to the book, that wasn't howling. According to the book, that wasn't howling. That was the ghost speaking in Gallic curses.
Hanamaru corrected.
Wait, really?
Yoshiko nodded her head to confirm the claim. Ranch Milk had a way with words, even and especially if no one alive knew what dark denunciations they were referring to.
Let's just get this over with.
Chica grumbled.
Just over with. Chica grumbled.
Thank you. Yoshiko finished scanning the book and beckoned her friends to stand on the outer rim of the salt circle, Prelude sitting between them all. My little demons, it is time to rid the world of my mortal folly.
You really put up with this every day?
Yes! Yes! Now be quiet!
Yo interjected.
So hard to have range when they're all girls and you're not.
Yeah, I can take over for Yo if you need me to.
Yeah.
Also, I would use my voice filtering thing, but apparently it's going through a software update, so I can't.
Okay, I was wondering why you weren't doing that for the ghost.
Yes!
Yeah, that's why. Because I mouse over it and watch software update that's taking forever.
Alright, fair enough.
Yes. 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 Wait, which register can I do it in? Can I do it? Yes. 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 That is way too high. That is way too low.
Yes, yes, now be quiet. Yo interjected. I have seen the errors of my ways, and I, Yohane of the East, call upon the forces of the spirit world one more time to retrieve their errant comrade. A wind blew the curtains as the room took on a velvet red tint. Prelude's body itself began to glow. Ranch Milk, you have taken someone precious from us, and as such, we have no choice but to expel you back to your former plane of existence. Yohane recited as Mutsu and the Aqua Girls provided backing chants to neutralize the ghost escape. Do you have any words to say before you go?
Though I am a ghost, there is no true immortal in this room.
On the one hand, what are you talking about? On the other hand, I don't care.
I seek eternal life among the mortals, while you merely seek eternal fame.
Keep flapping those intangible gums, Ranchi. I need more time to find the last part of the incantation. Yoshiko said as she paged through the book.
To think that you would come so close to achieving what no others have done before, just to throw it away for a schoolmate's dog. You truly are confused about who you are.
Chica reduced her chant to a subtle hum and listened more intently.
Yohane would not allow such idle concerns to curtail her dark potential, but perhaps Yoshiko would.
You don't have to go for the throat.
Ignore him, Yoshiko! He's just trying to get in your head!
Chica called. Don't stop chanting! And it's Yohane!
Is it though?
Shut up!
A scared little child with delusions of grandeur is still a scared little child.
The possessed dog snarled. Yoshiko stepped back a bit, for her ego's protection if nothing else. This little child is going to send you home. Hope you're ready to say goodbye to Prelude.
I am, in fact.
A great flash blinded the whole room. Yoshiko called for the others to continue chanting. Not that such a feat was easy, as her party lay witness to Prelude howling on the ground. A ball of light emerged from her body, and the dog lay weakened.
I thank you for your cooperation. Residing in the body of your dog has given me more memories to last a lifetime. Multiple lifetimes, to be exact.
You can't hurt anyone. The Salt Circle forbids it.
Ah, yes. We will have to do something about that.
Ranch Milk dropped the ball of light form and contorted his face into a screaming Oni mask. Yoshiko flinched and stepped back, dispersing her part of the Salt Circle.
Relax, Yohane. I have no intention of possessing you. I would have never stalled for time if there wasn't someone more amenable to my ambitions of longevity. Farewell, fools.
And Ranch Milk returned to his ball of light form and exited the room, the velvet tinge leaving with him.
What did he mean by my ambitions of longevity?
Rico asked, checking for Prelude's pulse and stroking the now unpossessed dog. He wants to possess someone who will live long as a human but hasn't lived too long, Yoshiko began. But why take a chance looking around for a host when I'm the youngest human in the building? What if he sensed someone else coming, like someone he knew would eventually show up? Mutsu questioned.
Our business has been slow for 2 weeks. No one else would show up here, and no one else. What the fuck, English? Our business has been slow for 2 weeks. No one else would show up here unless we asked them to.
Chica's face paled as the realization dawned on her and everyone else in the room. And Harry, you're up very soon.
Oh boy.
Ruby creaked the door of the inn open and walked in sheepishly.
Hey guys, sorry I'm late. I had to stop by the bakery. Ah!
Ruby was wrested back by some force she could not explain and collapsed on her back. Yoshiko and the others raced back to the lobby as fast as they could, but it was too late. Ruby began to convulse as the ghost took over, her turquoise eyes glazing over.
Oh dear.
Hanamaru said.
Ruby, are you there?
Ruby sat straight up, and a twisted smile crept up her face.
I'm sorry, the school idol you were trying to reach has been disconnected. Please try again, never.
Oh, fuck you. You're gonna be a smartass about it now? Oh, nice. I see you went to the Joss Whedon School of the Dark Arts.
The artist formerly known as Ruby stepped up and leapt through a window of the inn. Thank you. The artist formerly known as Ruby stood up and leapt through a window of the inn, leaving her ex-friends aghast. Rico slouched against the wall and dropped her face in her hands.
What have we done?
That's Savior.
Okay, no, sorry, let me say it again. What have we done?
Wait, was that you the first time?
Yeah.
I actually had my hands in my face for that.
I thought Tanner said that. I thought that was Tanner.
Oh yeah, because my mic, it's just anytime you hear a mic that sounds like you, you're like, oh, it must be Tanner.
Nope, that was me. I did it for effect.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, no, I've done that too.
Alright then, well done. What have I done? Yoshiko muttered hoarsely. Yo was gasping rapidly and looked to be at a loss for words on how to fix their situation. Okay, Wait guys, we don't have to give up yet. Maybe the ghost left us a clue? It was at this moment that Prelude stumbled out of Chica's room and walked past Rico with a paw box that had been left on the floor. Chica opened the box and her face fell in an instant.
Oh, right. Sorry, I keep forgetting. Jesus, I'm off today. She's too good for us.
What? Ox! Yoshiko pleaded. Chica sighed and showed the contents of the box. It was a small chocolate cake with strawberries decorating the border. Written in blue frosting atop the cake was the sentence, "We think you're pretty sweet, Yoshiko." Rico let out a sympathetic elaboration.
Hanamaru said things weren't going well with your show, so we wanted to surprise you with this, but then everything with Prelude happened. We forgot Ruby volunteered to pick up the cake.
Yoshiko just dropped her head in shame and let out a little whine. That snowballed into a sobbing session as tears dropped to the floor. The ghost was right. She had delusions of grandeur, and not letting them go meant her friends paid the price. Chica placed a supportive hand on her shoulder and brought her into a hug.
Oh, Yoshiko, don't... Oh, Yoshiko, don't cry.
I want to! It's all I'm good for!
No! No! You're great! You're our friend, the great Gohan! Pain. You don't shrink before problems, you shine!
Shining under a blood moon, but shining! Yo added. Yeah, this has to be nice. Yoshiko choked out between sobs.
Oh wait, is this Rico saying this line or no?
Rico's reading the next line.
Okay.
Who's reading this next time?
That's Rico.
Oh, no, you got my dog. So, oh, right. You got my dog back. Thank you.
But the ghost got Ruby.
And Ruby's got us. All of us.
Hanamaru replied, rubbing Yoshiko's head. Hanamaru's assurance worked. Yoshiko stopped mewling and began to steady her breathing, Chica drying off Yoshiko's eyes with her own cape.
You can't read a spellbook with tears in your eyes.
Yoshiko broke off from Chica's embrace and took a stone-cold disposition as the realization set in. We have to fix this. The Aqua Girls and Mutsu smiled. Yo handed Yoshiko occult classics. Where could she have gone? Mutsu wondered. Knowing Ranch Milk, he'll probably want to lay low, so I imagine Ruby's house is a no-go. He'd want somewhere deserted, quiet, and large enough to hide in.
Like a construction site, Zura?
Somewhere it's about to be deconstructed. The answer came like a bolt of lightning. Alright, on three. 1, 2, 3.
Urana Hoshi!
Everyone exclaimed.
He wouldn't be that predictable.
Chica mused. No, but Ruby might be unconsciously steering him there. Yoshiko replied. We've got nothing left to lose.
I'll get the salt.
Yo said as she headed back to Chica's room.
Also, I have a different voice now.
Great.
No, if you needed salt, all you gotta do was go to like literally any fighting game forum. That should be more than enough.
Yeah, just go to...
Bruh, just boot up League of Legends. You don't even have to get in a game.
Log on to fucking Twitter. These are jokes, ladies and gentlemen.
What does it say about dueling?
Are you seriously saying that she didn't any League of Legends match?
Oh, right. What does it say about dealing with mobile ghosts with possession powers?
Rico asked. Let's see. Most ghosts will not have full access to their powers upon initially overtaking a new host, so any and all exorcisms must be done with expediency. Animals and the previously possessed will serve well in sussing out lingering spirits.
Sus. I can't do. I'm not gonna say it.
We need to flush out ranch
The
milk before
ranch milk is sus. The prelude is sus. Ding 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 ding
Guys,
ding.
I saw Airven.
I was trying
Guys,
to fight it.
honest,
I
I
feel
saw
it's
Airven.
such a piece of shit.
We need to flush out Ranch Milk before he latches onto Ruby's soul like an ed.
We need to eject Ranch Milk.
Yes, we need to flush out Ranch Milk before he latches onto Ruby's soul like an undead parasite.
We will.
Chica began.
That freak wanted to use Prelude for evil. So I guess we'll just have to use Prelude for good. If that's okay with Prelude. You want to help us perform an exorcism to purge an innocent of unholy influence, Prelude?
Prelude turned over on her back.
I'm gonna take that as a yes, Prelude. Who's a good dog, Prelude?
And Chica began vigorously rubbing her belly. Yoshiko rubbed her eyes and billowed her cape. The ghost can insult my summoning skills all he wants, but no one messes with Yohane's friends! The gates of Uranohoshi Girls High School were like a barrier to a haunted castle now. A slow, cold wind jostled the locked gates of the closed school, serving as a warning to all who would trespass. All except 6 girls and their evil protecting dog. If we go in, there's no guarantee we all come out, Yoshiko warned the others. Not a single person budged from their spot. Yoshiko sighed and gave a small smile. Thanks, guys. And so, one by one, Yoshiko hoisted the girls in Prelude over the gate, cheerleader style. Chica pulled out a rope from her backpack and slung it over her side of the gate for Yoshiko to climb over herself.
Never thought we'd be back here.
Chica said.
Yeah, and I'd prefer not to die here.
Rico said, clutching Prelude.
Why couldn't we bring Shiitake?
Because she's always talking shit. Because Shiitake's at the doggy spa, and I can't afford to pull her out in mid-loofah.
Chica admitted under her breath.
That was the wrong delivery, but whatever. You really shouldn't just invest in a doggy spa you're in.
Hanamaru mentioned.
I know!
My little demons, we fight the unknown with the hand we're dealt. If we have one dog, we travel in one unit. We'll scour every room in the school, even if it takes us years. Or we could just follow Not Ruby into that bathroom over there, Mutsu pointed out. I just saw her go in. Right. Children of Yohane!
Isn't Xavier Yo?
No.
No, you're Yo, sorry.
Well, you took over, like, I took over, then you took back over.
No, you want to take Yo? I can do whatever.
Okay. Right. Excuse me. Right. Children of Yohane! We are not calling ourselves that. Yo interrupted. Move out! The group crept towards the bathroom door, forced open by the lock's mysterious melting. Yoshiko took point and propped the door open with her foot, entering first with Prelude and beckoning the others to follow into the darkened room. The lights were not out, but were flickering heavily. Rico scanned the room for anything out of the ordinary. Anything out of the ordinary aside from the local celebrity trespassers led by their eccentric friend. She passed by a closed bathroom stall, and her ears perked up at the sound of crying?
What?
She listened more closely. It was crying. Ruby's crying.
Why are you crying?
Rico, is that you? Everything's so dark and scary. I want to go home, but he won't let me.
You're talking to us, which means you're fighting him. Don't stop. I'm coming in.
Yoshiko and Chica exchanged nervous glances and looked down at the stall that Rico was trying to enter. There were no feet to be seen underneath the door. Prelude began snarling. Rico jostled the door and finally got it open, but there was no one there. Rico entered the stall dumbfounded and a little crestfallen.
Ruby, are you there?
She heard a faint voice, muffled to the point of sounding submerged. She approached the toilet bowl and saw a reflection of Ruby's face crying.
It's so mean.
Aw.
Ruby, don't worry. We're
Ow.
going to get you out of here.
Ruby leaned over to address her friend directly. She would regret that action very soon. Ruby's face disappeared from the water, violently dispersed as a tangible hand emerged from the murky depths and clutched Rico's throat.
Ah! Chica, help!
Rico could not even finish before her head was dragged down into the toilet.
Toilet ghost!
Hanamaru whimpered before hiding behind Yo.
God, I love when it didn't say whimpered, so I screamed, so it's just... Ah! Toilet ghost!
Prelude leapt into action and bit on Rico's leg to pull her away from Ranch Milk, but the ghost's grip proved stronger. Prelude dug her claws into the floor to hold her ground, but she was being pulled forward as well. Chika, Hanamaru, Yo, and Mutsu joined in to try and pry Rico from a watery grave, while Yoshiko frantically paged through the book to find a solution.
Yoshiko, hurry!
Chika pleaded as the group's grip on Rico's leg was slipping. Yoshiko was shaking her head at the solutions offered in the book. They were all useless.
Yoshiko, please!
The others were barely holding ground, and Chika could already feel Rico's limbs going limp. Yoshiko pounded her head for a solution. Her eyes then lit up. Oh, sorry in advance for this. Red paper or blue paper? What? Yo asked. Red paper or blue paper?
I don't understand what you're saying!
Hanamaru exclaimed. Red paper or blue paper? Suddenly, the water in the toilet bubbled to the surface, and Rico's head finally surfaced, pushed back up by the very hand that had dragged her down. Ranch Milk's hand kept a grip on Rico, but was tapping its fingers across her throat annoyedly.
Am I really hearing this amateur spiel right now?
Chika looked exasperated.
What in the world are you talking about?
Up! Not now, Chica. The grown-ups are talking.
Ranch Milk said as he partially emerged from the toilet to address Yoshiko directly, Rico fully released from his grasp.
Little girl, do you not realize what kind of ghost I am? Not an Akamanto or an Aoimanto. I would never drag myself to the level of red paper, blue paper, shit.
Chicanery.
Chicanery.
Yeah.
I do have my dignity after all. I am Ranch Milk, sole entity, accept no substitutes, except...
Yoshiko clapped the book shut, dashed towards the toilet residing ghost, and swung the spine of the large book down on his/Ruby's head with a ferocity that would make Maka Albarn blush. Ranch Milk let out a slurred moan as he slumped over the toilet seat. Rico and the others dragged Ruby's body out of the toilet and out of the stall so Yoshiko could begin the exorcism. Mutsu shook her hands dry of the toilet water and grimaced. Well, I can cross that off my bucket list.
More like toilet list.
Toilet humor.
Chica, I was gonna follow that up with, Chica, I swear to God, I'm gonna kill you.
The Ranch Milk was laid out on the floor, Yo creating another salt circle to keep him contained, just as he was beginning to stir back the consciousness. The girl sans Rico began humming again.
What are you going to do with me?
What I should have done earlier, Yoshiko declared. I'm going to untether you from this plane of existence and send you crawling back to the burning bowels of heck!
You can't do that.
Yes, she can.
Hanamaru said.
Okay, you shouldn't do that.
And you shouldn't have possessed my friend's dog, possessed the kindest member of Aqua, and tried to drown Rico, Yoshiko said flatly.
Is mercy in short supply among you fleshies? Think of what you're doing. I still have so much to live for, seeing the dawn of world peace so I can ruin it. or seeing your blue-eyed friend and the piano girl finally confess their love for one another.
Rico cocked her head quizzically.
What are you talking about? Chica and I aren't in love. You keep telling yourself that.
Yoshiko read through the incantation once more for posterity and faced her adversary one more time. Sorry, Ranch Milk, but I'm through listening to you. Send him back! Send him back! Crack! Crick! Clickety-clack! Ranch Milk began convulsing as the incantation took hold. Now try escaping! I, Yohane of the East, call upon the forces of the spirit world one more time to retrieve their errant comrade and save my friend's immortal soul.
You will never amount to anything but mediocrity!
Yoshiko held up a hand to keep Ranch Milk's spirit at bay.
He's been
Back
watching
now.
story time?
Screw you.
Jesus.
The great Yohane of the East commands you to leave and never darken this earth again. A green flash lit up the room and a screaming ball of light emerged from Ruby's body. It flashed vigorously, desperately trying to keep some grasp on the mortal world, but began to flicker out. The battle had already been lost. Okay, let's try this. Gamamak, Agesfirik ans an aran agad ranch milk! Yoshiko cried out in broken Gaelic to conclude the ceremony and facilitate Ranch Milk's crossing over. She crossed her arms satisfied. I may be mediocre, but I've got a whole lifetime ahead of me. I can wake up tomorrow and be awesome, and you'll still be in the underworld telling your friends who sent you packing.
I suppose that is true. Farewell, Yohane, until we meet again in the next life.
And with that, the ghost Ranch Milk faded away. Yoshiko fell to her knees and sighed. The deed is done. She was dogpiled figuratively as Chica and the others tackled her into a hug to offer congratulations. And then Prelude joined in to demetaphorize the metaphor.
Yoshika! You're amazing!
Chica squeed.
Spectacular, Zura!
You faced the jaws of defeat and you went full speed ahead to snatch victory from them. You affirmed.
I owe you my life.
Rico said with a grateful nod. And we owe you a cake, Musu added. Oh, guys, you don't have to do that for me.
Is that
Yoshi.
me?
Oh, I
Yeah.
think I know who this is.
Yes, Ruby.
Yoshiko?
Oh. Oh, okay.
A small voice cried out. The others turned around and saw that Ruby had come to, Prelude nosing her.
For what it's worth, I already think you're awesome.
Ruby said, flashing a joyful smile. She was soaked, and there were shards of glass littering her hair, but she was alright. She is awesome! Mutsu began. No one else could do the paper routine with that much conviction, even if the book was super clear about it. Actually, that wasn't in the book. I just ad-libbed. What? Her companions were slack-jawed at the revelation. Hanamaru was the first to break the silence.
Goodness gracious! What are you so down on yourself for? You fought a ghost with your own wits and lived!
A ghost I summoned to begin with because I couldn't be happy with who I am! I'm sorry. Excuse me. I'm sorry to all of you.
We're Aquas, and we don't quit on each other.
Rico started, nursing her throat.
You proved that today.
Yoshiko breathed a sigh of relief. Whatever she was, everyone in this creepy bathroom loved her unconditionally. And she got to exercise a ghost twice. Well, my friends, our live stream should come to a peaceful close for once. Unless the spirits of the netherworld seek to wreak their
I
vengeance on
had
me
the
for
stream on the whole time. I didn't think about that until now.
That's amazing.
Wait, what?
No,
No,
the
no, they
Yoshiko's
weren't
like.
streaming. They were not streaming the whole time. It's a transition. This is like.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Well, my friends, our live stream should come to a peaceful close for once. Unless the spirits of the netherworld seek to wreak their vengeance on me for thwarting the plans of one of their own. The next day, Yoshiko was back with a new broadcast and a small studio audience of her peers. Mutsu had taken over as camera person for the day, while the girls of Aqua sat on the sides to offer their support. The copy of Occult Classics also played a part in Yoshiko's retooled status quo. As her new doorstop, that is. Yoshiko beamed to the camera. Well, I guess we'll just have a quiet finale after all. Oh, what's this? She cooed as Ruby used a metal rod to lower a familiar licensed Glumo plush toy above Yoshiko's head. It's the Muse member Nico back from the grave, possessing an article of her likeness to haunt the school idols of present day. Yo pulled out a tape recorder and played a tinny audio clip of
Nico, Nico, Nico!
From off camera. Thankfully, Nico's ghost is as benevolent as her public persona. But nonetheless, such a meeting of personalities is unprecedented on this show. Anything can happen when you believe, my little demons, including in yourself. From the sidelines, her friends looked proud. Hanamaru looked the proudest and called out from the bleachers before Yoshiko ended the stream.
Alright! Yoshiko is back, Sora! And also so her voice cracks!
It's Johannes!
Oh my god!
And the
Oh
stream,
my god, it's another demon!
and the stream ended for all watching.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Boo!
Oh gosh.
God, that was terrible in this episode.
It's fine.
You'll find better.
So I'm assuming you want feedback from us now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed
thought-
that. I thought you were got the characters pretty spot on, and I thought it was enjoyable and amusing, and it had some cute moments as well. Like, I don't know, I had a lot of fun with this.
I enjoyed my 2-line.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joe. Yeah, I should have
Yeah,
given you Mutsu.
Yeah. And yeah. I did
gosh.
what I could with Ruby.
You did your Rubesti, Harry. That's all I asked.
I'm surprised you didn't put I'm surprised you didn't put that in.
I was considering it.
Yeah.
0 out of 10. I only got to do Nico Nico Ni once. Screw you. Also, 0 out of 10 because you made me do Nico Nico Ni once, and that is one too many times.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make my own fanfiction with Nico Nico Ni.
Oh, see, it's an epic. It's a reference to future Rams.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it could be worse. Could be the literature masterpiece that was Scoo.
Oh, I was just about to mention that. Yeah.
What?
I don't even want to know.
No, it's just this fanfic that Jory found one time when I was streaming, and it was literally just one, like, the syllable of one word.
It was the beginning of the main character of the series name.
Yeah, and then they had like...
The running theory is they wrote a fanfiction, then they deleted all but like 3 letters of it, and then wrote the fanfiction.
Yeah.
Thing.
I can't find it for the life of me now. It's probably deleted.
Like reverse engineering almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like there were like 5 reviewers just being complete smartasses. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like,
Scoo! What does it mean?
Scoo! Wait, that's all the text. It was just Scoo?
yeah.
It was just STU.
Do?
Yeah, but it's like the beginning of Scoo.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the beginning of a name. Yeah, I remember there was this. I remember this one review that you said. It was just like, this is. I can't remember what he said specifically, but it was amazing. Like, hold on, like, I don't know.
I'm surprised you didn't I'm surprised I didn't send it to you and you log into it yourself and just so you write the review amazeballs.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Remember when people said amazeballs?
Yeah, Harry.
God, that is freaking epic, dude.
It's like, did you just write the first syllable of Skune's name, but then delete it? If so, then you're my hero, also great M rating, or something like that?
Oh yeah, it was also rated mature because it's like supposed to be some kind of smart fic or something.
Oh god.
Because we were
Nice.
looking for like the worst fanfiction that we could find.
Yeah.
On purpose. Like actual
Oh yeah, yeah, of course.
Yeah, moving back to Scrappy's fic though, what did everyone think?
It's great, but it's the teen angst tag on it.
Yeah, it's great, but I'm surprised you didn't title it, I'm Nico not okay, I promise.
Maybe a sequel. I don't know.
You did
The
say...
sequel needs to be called I'm going to break your Nico kneecaps.
Nice. I mean, you did say at one point that you, like, besides Yoshiko's story, you also wanted to do something with Nico as well, is that
Wait,
correct?
also, did you just imply, is Nico dead? Because you implied that she's rising from the grave.
Like, I guess that has a. I guess I should explain that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like...
Well, in the context of the story, that's just a one-off gag. That's just Yoshiko being a dumbass, but
Okay.
she's just trying to play up for the camera. But oh gosh, like when I was outlining the story, one of the plot ideas I had was that after Ruby got possessed, like Yoshiko and the others would kind of like they tried to use the powers of the occult to find a solution for their problem, and I guess one of the solutions was that they would try and, I guess, resurrect the poster of some of the Muse members that Shika has in her bedroom.
Oh.
Yeah, Hanayo was supposed to be like the ghost of... was supposed to be a ghost showing up, but she wasn't actually dead. She was basically just using like spectral projection, I guess.
Oh, I see.
Alright, so explain this. Did Muse break up after high school and the remaining make out?
Muse broke up after the third years graduated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's up to interpretation what they're doing during Sunshine, but they're still around, supposedly.
They're all alive, like... I wouldn't be surprised if...
So basically, they all joined.
Nico tragically died of underage drinking.
Wow.
Nico died in a tragic Isake accident. She got hit by a car, but then miraculously survived that, but then fell into a manhole.
Jeez.
No, that's not what killed her. What killed her was the doctor laughing at her when trying to perform
And
life-saving.
then she met the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Well, no, she met this water god and got the choice of choosing one blessing on the condition that eventually she goes to kill the demon in another world.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah, nice way to Harry to take my joke and just make it into not all that good joke and then just make it into a reference.
No. What really happened was Nico got the opportunity to perform with this jazz musician, but she wasn't paying attention to what she got. She miraculously avoided a bunch of things that would have killed her, but fell into a manhole, and now she fell into a manhole where she died. And then she met, and then her soul was basically put in purgatory. She met another soul who was.
Oh, I know what you're referencing. Like, screw you.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm referencing the plot of Soul.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't know.
Good movie. Like good movie.
Yeah.
I recommend you watch it.
Nice
Also,
stammering your way through that joke too.
Yeah.
By the way, women be like, I mean, well, you know, but no. It's like white women be like, but then, fuck.
Yeah. Like also, since it's a Pixar movie, it has a classic case of we can't keep letting them get away with this feels moments.
Oh,
Can't get away with this.
Yeah.
But it's the mum thing.
Is the what?
I thought it was pretty good. I will say that I was not, because from what I understand, Love Live is just an idol anime. I don't think that I have, unless I'm wrong. Unless like there's a fic where Nico gets her hands on the Necronomicon. There's no supernatural aspects
Not
in that.
really, no.
It's a show based off of some very faint magical realism, but it's generally
Yeah.
pretty grounded.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
there's definitely... I haven't read a lot of these, but there's definitely a lot of fics that can go into that kind of weird stuff if you're looking for that. But
Oh, yeah, and I mean that's perfectly fine. I've read fics like that just do that go completely off the rails, and I guess that is kind of the one issue is that for it being completely off the rails, most of the story was pretty standard, and I guess that's not too much of a gripe because you don't always
Yeah.
need to reinvent the wheel.
I don't think you always need your story to be always completely out there. Sometimes less
Yeah.
is more.
Yeah, and it served its purpose well.
Yeah.
I guess the only thing is that a lot of it, I don't know. I guess the only thing is that maybe it's just pretty standard, and that's not me being a dick. It was good. It was good. I guess I'll just leave it at that.
I will say I would definitely say that you've improved with your writing a lot since you
There's
started
a
the
lot
Mario.
of bits here that are really cute and funny.
Yeah. Again, you nailed the characters. I think it's you've come a long way since you started the Mario fic.
Yeah. Again, I guess the main weakness is that most of its thematic and story beats are pretty standard, like believe in yourself stuff. That's my only gripe. But then again, I'm not gonna get mad at you for writing a Love Live fan fiction and getting mad at you for not subverting my expectations. Already, yeah, you know, you subverted them by having a fucking ghost show up. So
Yeah, that
guess
was fun.
that's the only thing I would do is really play into those aspects, which
You all
generally did.
My expectations just because I showed.
you generally did, but it mostly just amounted to something that I guess that's the thing, is it didn't go anywhere. They kind of just chased her there, and then it ended. I guess I was expecting more to happen, but generally pretty solid. I feel like, yeah.
I can definitely... There's definitely room for a sequel story if you want to do that, but
Yeah.
It's one of those things where you can just leave it here if you don't feel like doing another thing about this.
Yeah.
Maybe I left the book intact for a reason, just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ghost chase in the school was going to be longer. I did not want to drag this story out anymore
Yeah,
than it needed to be.
Yeah, it was a good length.
Just
If you're gonna defy genre and swing for the fences, then swing for them, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah. What are you saying, Joe?
That's
if you want to extend the ghost chase scene yourself, just any Scooby-Doo scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I definitely think that the overall length of this, of the kind of story you're telling, was pretty perfect. Like, it didn't need to be super long. But
Yeah.
it wasn't too short either, I think.
Yeah, have fun with the next Mario chapter, because that's obscenely long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll come back for that.
Yeah, whenever that will be done.
When Luigi, I'll come back for the. Yeah. I'll come back for the chapter where Luigi books a flight and then breaks the bones of some of the pilots and then hijacks the plane for himself.
Yeah.
And then
Etc. So
Yeah.
what was I gonna say? Yoshiko, I just what was I gonna say? Yeah, the ghost chase sequence was meant to be long, and like Shiitake was going to be there, and I guess the girls would split into groups. There'd be like a bit more, I guess, what's the word? Yeah, I guess a bit more I don't know, false alarms, death rooms, or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it
don't-
would have been interesting, or just like, yeah, I would have liked to have had more focus on each individual character dealing with that scenario. As much as that is, yeah, I mean, that's a pretty useful storytelling device, you know, as much as tried and true, as tried as, you know, splitting up a bunch of characters in a horror scenario is, it's tried and true.
Yeah.
And you could use that as a way to just show off all these characters and how they would react to this particular scenario.
There's a
when
reason why
given-
separating characters in that kind of setting works.
Yeah. And just, like, turning them loose.
Yeah.
And, like, I can say, like, you know, there's tropes I like and tropes I don't like. I love a good and then there were none scenario. That stuff's fun.
You know, I have my outline up. I can like just do a behind the scenes. Hey, this is what could have been in the story moment.
Yeah.
Content.
Yeah. Let's see what's meant to happen.
Me and Scrappy and book out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I followed my outline pretty accurate, pretty one-to-one with it. But yeah, like
I went back to the outline. We deviate some point a different project.
Mm-hmm.
And it was interesting looking back at what we came up with a year ago.
I like how with one of our projects, there's just jokes in there already. Because I was initially thinking we'd outline it and put in jokes, but somewhere along the line with what we were doing, we just wound up coming up with jokes on that I hope make it into the final version.
Oh yeah, same. Actually, I think we haven't.
Yeah.
Dave.
It would also be nice if you do like another story just to see like the Vergers or something make an appearance.
maybe I was struggling to write for 6 people plus Mutsu as is.
Yeah,
like,
that's fair enough. It's mainly would have been funny to see how Daya would have reacted to the stuff going on with Ruby.
she would have broken that ghost's see-through neck. That would have been
Yeah.
at least amusing. If nothing
And then
else.
Ruby would be dead, so...
No, she expelled the ghost, then killed the ghost, because that's how Daya rolls.
okay.
Yeah.
I thought the rules that the ghost operated on were pretty unique and cool. I thought that was cool, the idea that it wants a body that is aged, but not too aged. Like it, I thought that was
So
kinda
young
cool.
adult sort of thing.
It wants to live a full life. I thought that
Yeah.
was interesting.
Yeah.
But it doesn't want to possess it. Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always feel like I give very base level analysis.
It's fine.
Base level analysis is usually incredibly helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't really say much thought-provoking stuff either.
Yeah. I mean,
Like, At the end of the day, I don't think anyone would give a shit if we started going into like sentence structure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
we
and I
don't
mean-
need to talk. Nah.
And I mean, with this, it's mostly meant to be innocuous and also batshit insane, and it
Yeah.
succeeds at both of those.
Definitely.
Oh,
Well, I
look,
think
I do
always
have some
have-
legitimate criticism, actually.
Okay.
There were points in the story where we were struggling to read our characters' lines because our characters weren't marked properly in the text. There
Yeah.
are certain situations where even if it starts being repetitive, you still need to say, and then character said in whatever tone.
And then I think, I mean, I don't know if that's always necessary, if it's a back and forth.
I
feel
think
like
you
it's
just need to make
Always
sure.
necessary. If it's a back and forth between two characters, it's
Oh,
fine.
yeah, if it's
Yeah.
There
two
are some
characters,
times
you do
like-
need to differentiate. Yeah.
Yeah.
It
You just need
felt like
to.
sometimes you just put in Hana's little Zaru's. What the fuck is happening today?
But yeah,
It
so, like,
felt like you.
between like 4 to 7 lines of back and forth is fine.
Yeah,
But
and I think.
seven's like an excessive level. But
And I think at a certain point it felt like you threw that verbal tick in just to differentiate her dialogue from everyone's.
I tried to use it sparingly, but like if I didn't want to say X said, then yeah, I was gonna say Zero randomly.
Zura, I was saying it right.
Yes, it's it's the future Zero. She just says stuff like that. That's who she is.
Yeah, she says that stuff like that.
Hanamaru. I like what little we saw of Hanamaru here. I mean, what little as in, I don't know much about, like, what the other facets of her personality are, but I liked her here.
Yeah.
You like
next
the books.
time I show up randomly when I'm not actually expecting this to actually be live, I want a character with lines.
Oh.
Okay.
Like, more than one.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Mito got 2.
Yeah, I was surprised I had more lines than Jury, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
It's a tradition at this point, and if we're reading a Love Live story, Harry has to do something.
Yeah.
Oh,
Apparently, I didn't sign.
Life boy.
Yeah, I didn't sign up for that, but I guess.
I didn't sign up to watch Love Live to begin with, but here we are.
Well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
Like,
Well, it isn't a chainsaw shotgun.
no, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I can do the behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, it was pretty. My outline was pretty one-to-one, except, yeah, I just.
Oh, I was gonna ask. I don't think Xavier's given his 2 cents.
Honestly, honestly, like, not to sound like a broken record, but like I can't really like add anything that's already been said.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like, all I can say is I thought it was really good making it like a ghost story. That was something I would not have expected, but it is something that, like, Yoshiko definitely would want to try. So
Yeah.
definitely in character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do odd things with Yoshiko. She's fun.
Anyway, what are you saying?
I guess just behind the scenes stuff. Like, I think the only thing I have in my outline that didn't really make it was, one, the voices of idols past. In this case, they were, one of the things they were considering. One of the things I considered having the characters do after Ruby got possessed was that they would, like, I don't know, try and bring Chica's poster of Muse's members to life.
Oh,
They
the
would, like,
poster, right.
They would conjure up a ghost of Hanayo, and
I actually don't mind that not being there because it's like, oh, look, this is a reference to a previous incarnation. I kind of like that you just let these characters do their own thing and stand on their own.
Yeah, that's fair.
Hanayo was going to talk, and somehow, like, Nico would just make a vocal cameo who's... Neither of them are dead, they're just being summoned somehow. Like,
I liked what I got.
Yeah.
yeah, I drew the excuse me, what do they call it? A plumo? It's a fumo. It's just a fumo. I threw the fumo parody thing in just so Nico would have a line because I did want her to have at least one line.
Yeah, you fucking asshole.
You're welcome.
I love her. I hate that I love her, though.
Nika's great.
I just hate it because it's a...
What?
What?
I just hate it because I associate it with, like, that kind of... I hate using the word Reddit, but that's what I think of.
Oh, God.
And, yeah, I mentioned a more extensive chase sequence through the school.
I would have liked to have seen that. That seems like it would have been fun.
Yeah.
Tanner and Xavier alluded, and I think Joey alluded to, like, Among Us. Yeah, there was going to be another point where Ruby would kind of, like, or rather Ranch Milk would kind of drop the hostile act and pretend that Ruby had been freed from his possession, just to kind of lure everyone else into a false sense of security. So that's been interesting, if nothing else.
I would have liked to see that actually.
Yeah, that would have been just cool.
Quick question.
Yep, time to ruin your views on the story forever. It's good, but it could have been something else.
Well,
Yeah.
it happens.
What are you saying,
Yeah,
Joey?
no, that's what I. It is like, hey, you didn't make what I wanted. I know how that sounds.
Yeah, so quick question. Red or
Yes.
blue paint?
Yeah,
Yes,
it was
yes,
good.
that. Thank you. I actually was like, I had to look up like bathroom ghosts on Google. Like they
Or
got
you
their
can
own.
find,
Yeah,
have
you
their
can find
own-
some crazy shit on that.
That definitely looked like it was researched.
That definitely looked like it was what?
That definitely looked like it was researched.
Yeah.
I had fun with that. Like there's a ghost called an Akamanto or a red cape. Apparently they ask you a question about paper, I think, and depending on the answer, they'll give you a red cape. That is, they'll flay your back, or they can give you a blue cape. They'll suffocate you when you turn blue. So
I
Okay.
see.
Japanese ghosts will ruin your life.
God.
Oh,
If
yeah,
you
no.
want to green, probably just eat your face.
You're gonna eat the face of the level designer of Crash 2.
If you
Okay,
choose,
Yep.
if you choose green, you get a disease, but it's a disease that you don't know you have for a few days, so you don't even know if you can blame it on the ghost. Like,
well. Oh,
it'll
jeez.
give you syphilis, but you don't know if that was from the ghost.
Wow.
It's a spectrally transmitted disease.
Gross.
Damn good.
Oh, fuck you!
That was good.
That was
Moving
not
on.
okay.
And I was really, really hoping for one stupid moment when, like, Chica was supposed to be a lot more, like, reflective on the fact that they had to go back to Uranahoshi and that the school had kind of indirectly saved them again, but it was just gonna be, it was such a stupid moment. I couldn't even fit it into the story. It could be like a bonus epilogue for, like, a extra chapter, like... It was so dumb, but it was so funny.
Yeah.
That's what I would say is that this does feel like it was written in 18 days, and that you were gonna do more with it.
Oh yeah.
But
Speaking
you
speaking
ran
of
out of
that,
time.
like, yeah, this is a. I definitely give you props for writing something to this quality in that short amount of time.
Yeah.
Because I would have needed a lot more time than just 18 days.
I feel like if I can use a weird point of comparison, it's that like Trey Parker, Matt Stone kind of paradox where it's like, wow, they made all this South Park episode within a week, and sometimes it's like, wow, they did that and it's this good, but then sometimes it's like, yeah, they definitely made this in a week.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like the Oscar episode?
Yeah. Really, a lot of the later episodes feel like, okay, they rushed this out.
I don't know, the arcs were thought out, but then just fitting an episode around the arcs just didn't work after a while.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the problem, is they were trying to keep up with current events, but also do an arc. And especially with the election arc, where the election ended differently, so they had to change the ending completely.
To be fair, no one expected that.
No, yeah. No.
We're not talking about that for very good reason.
Yeah, no, exactly. This is a fanfic reading show.
Yeah. So.
Besides, that was 2015.
Yep.
So what else is there to say now?
Okay, so... What do I think? It was just... there was... like, the phrase "kill your babies" comes in when writing anything, and I had to get rid of one baby that I was really hoping with Chica and Shiitake. They were just...
I heard darlings. Babies sounds so much worse.
Yeah.
My... excuse me, my TV production teacher in college said "kill your babies," but...
Oh, you
You
might have
probably-
had that might say more about your professor.
Yeah, I've never heard this phrase before.
Kill your darlings just means that in writing, when you're making a story, yeah, things are gonna get inevitably get cut just for time
Yep.
or
Oh, okay.
either
I
time
also
or
wanted
just
to. Sorry.
time or flow.
I wanted to write a story about Rarity using her detective persona that she had and just writing a noir fic so I
Oh,
could
yeah.
specifically.
Wasn't
I
that
wanted
like-
to do that. I wanted to do that specifically so I could call it "Killing Your Darlings."
That's
Gosh.
perfect.
I have a really dumb idea, but I'll pitch it after we're done.
All right,
Okay.
just play it like. I don't know how straight I would play it as just a murder mystery with Rarity inserted, and just commentating on things how she would and.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
forgot about the whole like detective thing she had.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah,
Wasn't that
I remember
like
liking
a
that.
joke in like season.
Yeah, by the way, this is a great MLP podcast for everyone to listen to.
Yeah.
Also, we
Uh-huh.
occasionally read fanfic.
Do you remember when we did a My Little Pony podcast?
No.
Vaguely. That was very short-lived.
Mm,
Maybe it wasn't bad.
We just kind of gave
Was
up.
there food downstairs?
something copyright on day one that format.
Hey, thanks, Dad, for me telling you I had a sore throat, and then you got me dairy.
Well, so
You got me
yeah.
pizza and ice cream.
You're welcome, son.
Yeah.
Are you winning, son?
You're winning, son. Yeah. Is there anything else you need to say about the story, Scrappy, or is that it?
Well, I certainly enjoyed writing it, and my faulty delivery aside, I definitely enjoyed voicing it.
Oh yeah, I feel like my delivery was super off this episode.
Imagine if we still voice changes just so we have some great.
Imagine if we what?
All installed voice changes so we can get some.
Well, Xavier has one, but it was updating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you-
It was on break.
You did
Well,
well.
I was actually
Yeah.
looking on Steam and I couldn't find if Steam had any of them, but like voice changes can be a bit dodgy sometimes.
Yeah.
You did well as Rico and Ranch Milk.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tanner, you did well for your three characters. Like, I think you actually make a very nice Chica voice.
Oh yeah, she was fun just for being playing a voice of reason character.
She's not generally like that. She's just so utterly beleaguered in this story.
Yeah. I think that I really liked that I was just able to naturally key into interacting with just talking to Prelude.
Yeah.
Just, oh, you're a good boy. In that moment, I was just doing whatever I do when I see Hank at work, the little French bulldog. I love him.
Yeah, Chica is a dog person, so.
Yeah, he's my boy Hankers.
Oh dear, Harry, you did well for the handful of lines Ruby got.
Yeah, I tried. I got a little bit worried about when I was supposed to like imitate like a crying sound. I don't know if I really did that well at all, but
There were a lot, yeah.
Y'all did fine for the emotional sequences, like.
yeah, because I don't really know how to emote with that.
Chica was appropriately consoling for Yoshiko when she was blubbering.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there were a couple of lines, like Hanamaru when she's... There were a lot of lines where I was like, oh, I didn't read how I was supposed to deliver that until after I said it, like when she's supposed to be whimpering.
I'll say, I put an exclamation point and then said she whimpered. That's a bit of a contradiction.
Yeah.
Like, it's more of a, I don't know, what do you call it? A scared exclamation, I guess. Like, Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I
The
guess
toilet
it's-
ghost stuff was fun.
I guess it's also sometimes what happens when you're reading like a story for the first time on Earth, and you don't know like always how characters are gonna be talking.
Oh no, that's God. I'm excited when we come back because the fic me and Scrappy are writing. I was just thinking about this. Those are some very like. I mean, all of their voices are really exaggerated and cartoonish, but
Mhm.
those are all some very distinctive voices that those characters have.
Right.
Yeah, voice casting for that is going to be a pain and a half.
I mean, I can play a sassy gay alien man.
Huh.
Who,
You'll be carrying a few roles, but we'll have to see if Cadian is available for some of that.
yeah.
What was I gonna say? Like I don't know. It's just I had fun with it, so I thank you all. I'm happy that you all enjoyed this. It was
Yeah.
a pleasure to write. It was
And this was
marginally more low key than most of the stuff I write. Like as low key
Yeah,
as a
it
story about a
definitely-
ghost can be.
It was also
Yeah,
nice
yeah,
to have like our debut story for the Sunshine cast.
I was gonna say, yeah, no,
Yeah.
yeah. If we could come back to these characters, I like because they all seemed pretty one note here.
Mm. If I can-
Minus Yoshihiko, they all seem pretty one note.
Mm.
And I'm not sure. I guess that depends. What is their role in the show? Are they just kind of supporting characters that don't get much focus, or?
Because the main character of Sunshine and the 9 of them are a unit. They they take turns getting focused in various episodes. So
Alright.
I'd argue Yo and Hanamaru kind of fall to the background most of the time.
I would say because Yo has
Hanamaru has a good episode near the start of the series, but after that she does kind of fall into the background a lot of the time.
because everything you've described about Yo sounds like she doesn't have much going for her in terms of character.
Yeah, I mean she has some good episodes too, but yeah, she's more of like the support, like the supporting best friend kind of character.
All right, that works.
Yeah, she's Chica's other best friend.
Yeah.
She's fully supportive of their idol goals, but she's I guess not not quite as much of a hands-on person like Rico is.
Right.
All right, that works.
Like I can only do so much with an ensemble of 7.
Yeah.
In a general character-focused story.
That's why we kind of just put 2 characters. That's why we kind of just had to shove aside a few characters in the fic we're writing.
Yeah.
By the way, Scrappy,
Yes.
I guess I'll get into this. Well, I've already given it away. I want to figure out when we do the, when we get to the Ava parody. I really want to figure out something to do with Francine, because she's probably gonna be dead.
Jeez.
Well, yeah, I'd definitely be up to doing another fic with this cast at some point. I need to find something.
You did find at least one thing. Like
I think
Yoshiko's also a central character in it, but it's a completely different tone.
You'd have to remind me, because I honestly don't remember finding a Sunshine fic.
It's about Yoshiko and Hanamaru.
Oh, right, okay, yeah, I remember that now. That's still ongoing, so it's not actually finished yet, but that might be something down the line.
Maybe. Yeah, I was.
Are we still
was I saying?
recording?
Yeah, we're
Yes,
still.
we are.
Yeah, because we're still discussing it.
Okay. I'm gonna go get something to eat.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know how much else we have to say, but
Yeah, I'm keeping time. What am I saying? I'm keeping it going. Like, praise me more. Praise me.
yeah, praise. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just happy I was able to relatively differentiate this story's tone from my Mario stuff.
Mm.
Mostly, like, outside of a handful of little references.
Yeah. Wait, what now?
I don't know, I don't know, I'm just happy that I was able to... I'm happy to hear that I got the characters mostly accurate.
Yeah. I can see this, like, being, like, realistic to how they would have acted in this situation.
It's a music show with very little music in this story. I just was...
No, that's fine. I mean, to be honest, most Love Live fics that I've read barely even go into that, so...
Okay, I remember another cut thing. I was considering having, like, Ruby's ghost expelled to the power of rock or something. But I was like, I'm not making a song.
Yeah, I wouldn't know what to do with that either.
I am happy to see that. I'm happy how Ruby turned out. At least she's delightfully pleasant, even in this story.
Yeah.
Oh dear. So yeah, I think that's all I've got. Good on everyone for their work. Oh dear.
I was gonna... I was tempted to get everyone to like clap after we were all done, just to as like a congratulations for the fic, but yeah. I don't know if people actually want to do that.
Congratulations!
Congratulations.
Congratulations!
Nice.
You know, I might revisit these characters. Like,
Maybe
probably won't be as pathos filled as this story, but I do want to. I do want to revisit these guys. I might do a crossover with them.
That'll be fun. And maybe one day I'll actually finish, or like not even finish, but like start writing my fic. Maybe I'll do a Love Live fic in the future. Who knows? That'll be fun. But yeah.
Yeah, well, just good performances all around for everyone, and that's all I have to say. Other than I just really enjoyed writing this, and friggin' blew my voice box out trying to match Johanne's energy.
Yeah. So I guess the other thing to talk about now is where this show is going to go from here, because if I'm not mistaken, there's going to be a few changes for a little while.
I'm not gonna be here.
Okay, I guess before anything else, yes, we're about 3 episodes away from moving Twitch streams for this show, just so everyone knows that. Like, this will not be at the Super Mario Sonic Lover Twitch channel for very long.
Rip.
And yes, Tanner's not here right now, but this will probably be his last episode for a while.
I already said I'm not gonna be here.
Yeah, he only came back for this episode because I basically cajoled him into it.
Yeah, again, I'm still being sedated right now, and for some reason I'm not wearing clothes.
Jeez.
Well.
Yeah, I will have a few episodes of relative peace. I say with Joey set for several more episodes, but
as Joey is standing on a roof from the building adjacent to your apartment, breathing. Yeah. He's outside going with his sicko's shirt.
Yeah.
And yes, Tanner will be absent for a few episodes so he can, sort out his life.
Fuck yeah.
Plans, barring any unforeseen occurrences, which is the norm for us, will be that we go back to resuming Duel of the Fates probably sometime.
Save us, please.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna participate in that.
There ain't no getting off this train, Harry. But
ride never ends.
Something deck officers.
Yeah.
So yes, Duel of the Fates. I will be taking over Tanner's roles, and we're going to try and power through that before the end of this year, because it has been going on long enough.
Indeed.
And yeah, after that it will be. After that, we read a chapter of Total Drama Equestria.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
part of me kind of wants to be in that one, but whatever.
Well, whatever.
Depending on
Yeah,
on when we finish Star Wars.
Yeah, we don't know how long that's gonna take.
I mean,
Hopefully not
if
too long.
only I feel like sometimes, despite you hosting, I feel like I'm the Chris McLean of this podcast.
Yeah, pretty much. What can I say? Yeah, so we'll read a chapter of that because Gary has been waiting.
Alright, campers. Today we're gonna be reading Batman Betrayal of Gotham.
Oh
Okay.
no.
So, what else? Yeah, Total Drama Equestria, 1 chapter. Then, if everything is sorted out, we return to the Super Mario show, which will be the longest chapter of that story to date. So,
That's gonna be a long
Tanner,
one.
take a nice long rest because you're gonna be whenever you do get called back in, it's gonna be a mess.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And,
I've been waiting. I know. I love playing Luigi, so it's fine.
Yeah, and considering what you've said about the chapter, I'm very interested to see what you did with that.
Oh yeah, Wario's in that one, right?
Yes, it's got a good deal of characters, and we'll probably need Sabletooth back for that. And yeah, maybe I'll find another cast member, but we'll see. And after that, I guess we just go back to Total Drama Equestria, and like that'll spill into 2022. Like we're not.
Yeah, that'll definitely go into next year. There's no way we'll be
Every
done
time I
with all
try
that.
to escape from Horse, after the show ended, I thought I was done with Horse. And then I wound up re-watching a bunch of a Pony YouTuber who is just one of my favorite content creators. I just went back and re-watched several of his videos, and then I'm doing thick readings of it. And now I hang out with that YouTuber, but he doesn't make pony videos anymore. If you want, go watch Absolute Unit, because he's the one who needs promoting, not us.
Yeah, clearly.
So, also I should point out, like, Harry, you're gonna be doing something next week on Saturday, aren't you?
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, so, yeah, next week there won't be a Storytime episode, but, Friday, I'm gonna be streaming, Mario Party Superstars, because I'm getting that for my birthday. And then on Saturday, it will be the start of the Brawl streams, so...
Finally.
That'll be interesting, see how that goes. But, yeah.
And the week after that is Thanksgiving, and I'm not going to bother any of you that week.
No.
So I guess, indirectly there's gonna be a 2-week break, but, yeah.
Yeah, unless I drag you all in for like a Tuesday episode or something, but yeah. So it was imperative that we read this today.
Yeah, because don't know when we'll be back with another episode.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But that's
So I thank
basically
you all
it.
for showing up on short notice for that.
Yeah.
Oh dear. It is done. I can't believe I wrote this.
Are
I'm
we
surprised.
gonna close off? Because I'm always the one who has to remind us when to stop recording.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
I think that's about it. I'm just happy you all were here to read for what's probably the last story I will publish in 2021.
Yeah.
Alright.
I've said pretty much all I needed to.
Godspeed, motherfuckers! I'm out of here!
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Right, well, see you guys later then.
I'm not coming back! Fuck you, Scrappy! I'm calling the police!
Love you too.
You got any closing words, Scrappy?
I'm driving like it's so weird. A lot
Wash
of
your
it,
hands.
so much of it involved cucumbers, and
Was in my ass for a little
Do you want me
bit.
to just
Tanner,
start?
we didn't finish recording yet.
I know.
I was gonna say.
We are never getting monetized.
No, no, you're not getting monetized when I'm around.
Yeah.
Actually, I do have friends who have managed to make their videos keep their jokes as raunchy and dark as they want and still be viable for monetization.
Well, anyways, everyone have a good night. Have a happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate that. Stay safe. And take care.